Hello everyone, my name is Omar and I'm one of the co-founders here at Flipchart. So Flipchart is an all-in-one word processing platform that allows you to create and share documents with your team. Now before we get started with this demo video, one of the most frequently asked questions is, how is Flipchart different from something like Microsoft Word or Google Docs? Now even though those applications are great at creating and sharing documents, they're not so good when it comes to reader engagement or analysing the data that can be generated from your document usage, all of which allows you to improve the quality of your content and discover how or if your document is being used at all. What's more is that both Word and to a lesser extent Google Docs require additional tools like email, shared drives, file sharing software to manage all the components in the document lifecycle. With Flipchart, all your content is stored in a single platform where you can collaborate with your team to create, share, engage your readers, and analyze the data. So with that, let's get started and see how easy it is to create and share documents with Flipchart. So once I've logged into Flipchart, I can see here I've got a Create Document button. If I select that, I can create a new document based on a blank document, or a document based on a template, which is a great way to predefine the style and formatting of your document. I can also navigate to my document library where all my folders and documents are stored, and I've got two types of documents in this document library. The first one is this blue icon, which basically means that document has been published and is available for your team, or a document that's still a work in progress. So here I can select the Edit Document icon, and this will open up the document in a new window. So here is a document that I'm currently working on. It's a business case for a new IT system. And you'll notice that the user interface is simple and clean. The document is broken down into sections, which is the equivalent of pages in a traditional document authoring tool. Along the top here I have my Edit menu. By the side I've got my table of content. I also have some features along the bottom of each section and a menu option on the top right hand corner. Okay, so let's start by adding some content to this document. The first thing I'm going to do is add a subheading to this section here. So to do that, I'll type in a header, highlight that, and from the paragraph format menu select heading 2. Now one of the things that you'll notice is that Flipchart automatically creates your table of content based on the paragraph format. So here, for example, it's already added the introduction heading to my table of content. I can also then go in and change the font and the size of my heading. Okay, so next I'm going to add some text, which I'm simply going to copy and paste into my document. And as I hit the return key, you can see here I've got a quick insert menu that allows me to add additional content such as images, videos, tables, etc. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a video from YouTube. So let's just copy the URL for my video, insert that here, hit OK. You can see here that's added a YouTube video to my document fairly easily. So one of the great things about Flipchart is the document collaboration with your team. So if I scroll down here, I've got a section that I want one of my team members to complete. In the old way of working with documents, I would have had to send an email with an attachment with some instructions, which may have resulted in yet another version of the document. I would then have to collate those changes into one single version. But with Flipchart, I can assign sections to authors who have permissions to this document. So I can select assign, and then that will assign this section to Rhonda, who will get a notification, and she can come in, complete her part of the document and mark as complete. Okay, so now that I've got some content in my document, I'm going to change the look and feel of my document. I'm going to start here in the style menu and change the background to my document. Now that we've added a background, I can also change things like the header style. So for example, I can change the color of the header and upload my logo and change the color of the text that appears in the header. Okay, so now I'm ready to publish my document. When it comes to publishing your document, you have three options. You can publish your document as standard, which means anybody who would like to access your document will need to have a Flipchart profile and also have access to that document on your account. You can also publish your documents publicly, which means the URL is available to everyone and they can access that document without any restrictions. The third option is to publish with a passcode. This is a great way to share the document outside of your company, for example with clients or customers who can access your document using the passcode that's generated without having to sign up to Flipchart. For this example, I'm going to go ahead and select Standard Publish. Once I'm ready, I can confirm and publish my document, and you'll notice I'll get a URL associated with that document. Right, now we're back in the document library, and you'll notice this time that that same document icon has now changed to blue, which essentially means that document has now been published and it's available for anybody who has access to that document. To open up the document in the reader view, simply click on the document name or the icon, and that will open up the document in a reader view. And you can see now that all the content is locked down without the ability to actually edit the document itself. So here in the reader view, what I can also do is share this document. So I can share that document with anybody that has access to my account and to my documents, or I can enter in an external email, send them a notification to then sign up and then access my account and view the documents. So one of the other cool features in the reader view is you'll notice that the table of content is hyperlinked. So for example, if I wanted to go to this subheading here, I simply click on that and it will take me to the section within that document. One of the biggest differences with Flipchart is that we're trying to improve the reader engagement and interaction of your document. So each section in the document has a number of features that are available to the reader. So here, as a reader, I can bookmark my favorite sections of a document. I can add some personal notes, make comments against that section, rate the quality of the content, but also suggest content to be added to that document. I can add images, links to a website, or add some text to be included as a suggestion into the document. So here, if I go ahead and browse an image, I can then select an image and hit submit, and that will send that to an author for approval to be included in my document. Okay, so now if we go back to our activity wall, you can see here I've got my bookmarks that I've added to my document, but I can also see here that I've got a notification on pending content. Now, as long as you have the correct permissions to approve suggested content, I can come in here and can see what that suggested content is. I can then approve and edit now, approve and edit later, or decline the suggestion. Let's go ahead, approve and edit now. And what this will do, it will add the content to my document for my approval. So if I navigate down to that section, I can see the content has been added. I can edit that content and then go ahead and publish that document. Once that's done, the changes are immediate. And remember, with Flipchart, there's only one single published version at any time, so there's no confusion around users using the correct version. So if I did go back now to my reader view, refresh my page, and I'll see that content has been added to the section below here. So now coming back to our activity wall, I can see here that I've got notifications for important events or activities that have been taking place on the account. So when I approve suggested content, or for example publish a document, those notifications are available to all. There are hyperlinks built into the system, so I can go straight to that document without having to search or browse for that document. Also in my activity wall, I've got a number of options here as well. The media library, for example, is a single location where all your media objects are stored. So it's a great way of creating content rather than spending time searching or procuring content that already exists. I've got the ability to manage users as well as new user requests, and I can also create groups. So this is great when you have a large number of people or people working in certain teams. You can create groups and then assign those groups to individual documents. So with that, I'll wrap up this demo, and hopefully we've given you a glimpse into what Flipchart is all about. We're still in the alpha stage at the moment with development going on in the background, but you can sign up and try Flipchart for yourselves at app.flipchart.io. We'd love to hear what you think about Flipchart and any suggestions that would help us improve the product. Thanks.